Welcome to Telly Tadka. Now, coming to the aspect of story, the writing part, and the producer and the channel. Sometimes as we've seen, the story changes. इस प्यार में हुआ, गीत में हुआ, हमसे लाइफ में शायद होगा. How does it work? I mean, what kind of convincing you have to do to the writer? Because I'm sure they have some plot in mind.
Especially in all our shows, I mean, we've been lucky with Geet also. The kind of teams we had, like internally, in our production house, and from the channel, we were quite in sync. But sometimes the point is everybody is working for the show. That is very important.
True.
So as long as you're working with full conviction for your show, with full honesty, obviously there will be differences. But how you settle it, there will be fights. The idea is how to reach a middle path. So everybody, obviously you cannot make a show if you're not convinced.
True.
There have been situations where you're not convinced, but you somewhere try to do something and try to get a middle path. At least I shouldn't lose my vision about the show, and what I'm doing, I should be convinced myself. How do you direct or how do you produce if you're not convinced? So that is the idea, because there have been fights with the channel, but all in good spirit. It's still in this pair ko, there have been fights, and the idea is to reach a middle path. It's not about attitude, it's not about ego, it's your idea, it's my idea. If you are saying something, there is a point. Probably at that particular time when you're responding to, you probably react and like, what crap, yes, this, that. But when you actually sink in, yeah, there is some sense. Probably 50% of it doesn't make sense, and 50% does.
Right.
And it is, I think, it's how you convince for the later 50, and like you have your 25 and let me have my 25. And let's all be happy. So
and also, I mean, judging by the phone calls that both these guys make, I realize that it is peacemaking is 75% of the job.
You cannot upset anybody, because if you upset them, your job only
is at jeopardy.
Is at jeopardy at
either ways.
I mean, it's very easy to say, I mean, who the hell are you? I mean, who the hell does he think he is? I'll replace. But that's not the way it worked, or or it should work. So I see these guys on the phone, they both got neck problems, talking too much, peacemaking all the time.
Yeah, because you are like, making peace within the people, in the production house, you are making peace in the channel.
You have to be a leader.
True.
More than anything else. Because if you are running a production house, there are 100 people there who are working under you. Wo to hai, channel hai, everybody. To keep peace among those 100 people, peace with the channel, peace with those 100 people and the channel. So
and peace with the ratings.
Peace with the ratings.
Peace with the ratings.
Goes hand in hand.
True. Now, one question I'm sure everyone wants to know is about the characters that get dropped after being mentioned once in a series. Why does that happen?
I think when you script,
Vicky, yeah, he's my favorite.
The third brother has always been there in all the shows.
This time
Samira, let's not forget Samira.
Samira was not supposed to enter. She always existed.
She existed, but
she exists somewhere.
She exists somewhere.
So
we have to talk about the backstory on Man.
Man's ex-girlfriend. I mean,
yeah.
That
was just to create a little drama.
Drama.
So a lot of references are there. Yeah, sometimes, obviously, because initially initially we do have certain characters which, as you progress with the story, you don't think that
you need them.
The need of the character is there. So I think that's.
Does production value sometimes drive the characters not to be introduced, or you might not get the right kind of person to play the character that you had envisioned? Does that come into picture at all?
That never really happened.
I don't think it's ever the production value. It's just where you're telling the story and you don't have time or whatever for that track to unfold, and so you think, because I mean in scripting there's a thing called plant and payoff. So you plant a lot of things,
right?
Like
right.
So we planted like a lot of things in Humse Hai Life. I'm sure, I mean, that's the format you've used in Geet and Ispyar.
Geet, both with Geet and Ispyar, we jumped genres twice.
Right.
In reverse. In Geet, the family didn't work, we went to office. It dropped. In Ispyar, the office didn't work, we went to family, it dropped. So, the experience, yes, but also the experience to sometimes reverse it. But that by itself is an
depending
experience.
on the target you were catering to at that point? Because Star One was
Star
Plus is
Ah.
a different target.
Yeah, the TG is different. So that's what I'm saying. So probably we could not get Vicky in Geet, but hopefully we'll get Dhruv in Istiyar.
I'm sure people can look forward to that one, if at all he appears. Now, how do you see Four Lions going forward in terms of, is it TV industry that you would stick to, or is there films or other, you have internet where you have probably webisodes or anything like that you've planned out for IPTV, not necessarily for India, but anything in the pipeline that you guys are working out or mulling over?
We want to do it all.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
But all in due course of time.
We don't do rush after anything actually.
True.
We're definitely planning towards a lot of things, but sure we'll stick to the plan. We'll take one at a time.
One step each day as it goes, because we need to have a very strong base.
So right now, like, it's definitely the building of the company. So a couple of years will take to have a very solid base. If you have a solid base, then to do different things is not that difficult.
Right. Now, even Humse Life, though youth, is a love story. So's Geet, so's is Pyar. Is that the genre that you all love to just work with, or are there other aspects or other genres that you would want to explore?
I think a lot of shows have love stories. Most of them have. But I think our show's love story does come out
stronger.
It's in our blood, I guess.
Better than those. That's why they
It's
also
there in the DNA.
Yeah, so we always do, if somebody tells us thriller, so उसमें भी love story डालेंगे. लड़की boxer है तो they guys, like that's what.
Because it is a part of life.
Life, very true.
It's just how you. Everybody has dreams and aspirations or whatever. It's again what characteristics of the protagonist you want to dwell on. So, वही हो जाता है. We all think that it's an important part of life and it should be.
I think we all are very romantic.
Does that make a huge difference, in the sense, obviously you people who will bring your thought process into what the company's vision is or mission is. I'm not saying that the other people who do Saas Bahu drama are only interested in cat fights in the kitchen, but how important for a production company it is that you have both working on a parallel, if not on the same overlap.
We are actually already overlapping. Like if you see Ispyar, there's a huge amount of Saas Bahu happening there also.
Yeah, if you see Mami and Nani, Mami and her would be
Mami and Bua also.
So
I think in our Saas Bahu, there is a certain kind of humor that we try to tap. A lot of people go in a very serious fashion. I think as a company, and we all believe in that, we want to see people happy.
You will see one streak in all our shows. Generally, they're happy shows.
Because generally,
why would you want to?
My idea is same. You are to watch
if you are coming back from office tired.
No, it is a form of
entertainment.
But personally, we don't
at least
subscribe to it.
I would not go and watch some drama which is going to give a headache after the end of the day. I would rather want to have
there is a select audience who watches it and likes it, I'm sure. That's why they are rating. But the idea is to make everybody happy and feel good.
Right.
Make them cry, make them be happy again.
Yeah, you have different whatever stories, but it's just how you look at them.
The same, it's treatment. I think we go a little different on how we treat our scenes and how we write our scenes.
And we try and not be very aggressive.
The same scene can be done a different way. It can look a different show.
We really consciously try in all our shows not to be regressive. Like you will not see really regressive, even if there is Saas Bahu.
And even the thriller concepts we have, there's a very strong personal track where what do you want as a person? You might be a policeman, you might be a doctor, but eventually you are what your heart wants.
The idea is in any show, there are a lot of, we really want to focus on the characters and how they are. That's why we do a lot of homework on characters, where they come from, where they entire and interpersonal relationships. Because see, as an audience, if you come tomorrow to watch any of our shows, any show for that matter, somewhere you have to connect, right? Either the life story, or your connection with your mom, or how the girl gets along with the father or younger brother. There has to be some
connect.
It can't be like you like all the facets of the show. It is something that you relate to. That's why you want to see that show. So that is the idea.
Like for Humse Life, you spend days, just discussing. हमारे स्कूल में ये होता था, हमारे स्कूल में ऐसा होता था, ऐसा नहीं होता था, मैं चाहता था ऐसा हो जाए. So all those experiences that you.
So finally, it's all experience. I mean, how you have experienced. Like Dil Mil Gaye. I think 60-70% of the things I've experienced myself.
Right.
A lot of things.
Yeah, either you experience or you try to consume other people's experiences in the form of poetry, books, whatever, So, I mean,
and also in our shows, in the way of working is not like shot laga diya, aao. Mahol वैसा नहीं होता है. It's more like how I used to work with Karan Singh in Dil Mil Gaye. We read a scene and he'll say, "Arey, मेरे life में ना ऐसा हुआ था." Arey, मेरा वैसा है. We crack, we laugh and high five, and you don't even realize when the scene happened. And it used to be pure magic. And in saying for Geet, a lot of things,
Right. Anything?
Yeah, I wanted to ask now. Cut to cut, if you don't want to speak on camera, next projects, what can we look forward to from Four Lions?
I'm sure we'll be working on a lot of projects, but nothing has materialized as such. It'll take some time. I'm sure you'll come to know very soon.
That's a politically correct answer.